All right, what's up, everybody? This is Steve Strelacci. Wow, NAMM is back. This was the most fun, best NAMM show that I've had. Best time, most fun, most NAMM-like NAMM that's been in at least the last 5 or 6 years. I've been going for a decade now. I think 2014 was my first one, and I'm always excited to go. I love seeing the people, meeting brands, meeting friends, seeing everybody that I haven't seen in a while. But this year, I guess I should say since COVID, it's kind of been lackluster. Brands weren't showing up. It just wasn't as popular. It wasn't as crowded. It wasn't as many people. But this year, for the first time, felt like the old NAMM. There's so much more stuff for content creators. So now, being that I'm doing this a lot more as a job, I guess you could call it, being invited to the creator events and having access to the creators areas was very cool. So now as a content creator, I'm going to show this in the vlog in a minute, but I'm able to take guests into this cool creator lounge that they made. They're really going for a creator-centered thing. So I had a lot of fun. It's always annoying looking back at footage because it's like, oh man, I wish I filmed that. I wish I filmed that. Oh, I wish I had that on camera. So what I've got for you is the best vlog that I could pull off. And I want to thank my friends from Sweetwater and Shure for hooking up what I'm wearing now. This is the Shure Move mic, and this is what I got all of my audio from for this whole trip. NAMM is a very difficult place to film. It is so loud, you will not believe. You can't even hear. Everybody at the end of the day's voices are hoarse. That's kind of part of the charm, that it's impossible to hear. It's so obnoxiously loud. So, but this was great. It allowed me to set my levels. I even did a podcast with my friend Scott Ewell, who I met for the first time at NAMM. So that's going to be up for the Soundstage podcast. And yeah, just overall, I really felt like NAMM was back. So I'm going to keep cutting back to myself, explaining what's going on here, because sometimes even with this, it was still so crazy you can't hear a thing. So let's go to the vlog. Housekeeping!
Hello! What's going on?
My buddy, my brother. How's it going? Yeah. How's your travel?
You look amazing, by the way.
You look amazing. Look at you.
I look still chubby, but less chubby than I was last time.
Definitely less chubby.
You look like a fucking little version of Dave Grohl. You look awesome.
So this is the pre-NAMM party that was hosted by Martin Guitar. We got to hear from the CEO, hang out with my buddies from Premier Guitar, John, Jason, and Tom Butwin.
So these new D28s, D18s, they got the whole new series. All of these new standards have all kind of been reworked in cool ways. Look at this thing. I wouldn't even know what to do with that. The new X bracing under there. The nut follows the headstock shape as opposed to being flush against the fretboard and flush against the headstock, either or. This actually contours, or I don't know if it's considered contour, but it follows the shape and the angle of the headstock, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, the new Martins are awesome.
That's about all that happened last night, and me and Johnny had a nice quiet night. All right, it's NAMM day one.
Hey.
With my brother Johnny, my roommate.
What's going on?
My roommate this is our 6th year.
Something like that, yeah. And
2019?
The jet lag doesn't get any easier, does it?
We have a very mutual respect and understanding that we're gonna both wake up at 4:30 in the morning and get IHOP. It's kind of our thing.
Standard.
Yep, every day. So yeah, I'm going to look at some stuff, and this is kind of our little mic check and introduction, so let's go explore NAMM 2025.
Woohoo!
So a cool thing that's new to NAMM 2025 is that there's this whole creator studio lounge. Look at this. So they're still setting it up here, but hello. We've got NAMM showcase here with all guitars, all gear. Look at the setup. We got a stage, and then back here, look at this. All of these studio rooms are set up to jam. We got a jam room. Looks like all podcasting setups. Look at this. I might take advantage of that. Look at this. How awesome is that?
The first real NAMM stop for me was at Sir. They had these 2025 limited edition JM type guitars with a baritone on them.
It looks normal size on you. I'm not used to seeing you with a real size guitar lately.
There's my friend Tone Junkie, John Sullivan, playing the Jazz Master that I'm hoping to take home one day. They also had an announcement of their new short scale line, the Osos, and the SL hand-wired amp. I have an SL67, and this is now the 15-watt version. Sounded great in the demos. From there, it was on to Tonex, IK Multimedia. You know I love my Tonex, and they had the new silver Satch Edition Tonex 1, as well as the Tonex Cab, which should be here soon, so I get to try it out. NAMM would not be complete for me without a trip to LineSix, so there's Eric Klein, the genius. It was a lot of fun hanging out with him.
We're vlogging. We're vlogging. It's okay. It's vlog. It's not live.
I'm seeing the DL4, HX1, all the great products that they've come out with. Unfortunately, no new LineSix gear.
Look at this preset. What a crappy preset. Richie Castellano made this one. Did you see this? Richie's preset. Place is packed. The best thing at the booth. The best thing at the LineSix booth. I need this.
Don't you think this would look sick in the background of my studio, having that Helix rack mount thing? I want it.
Hey, there, hey, what's up, dude?
Good to see you.
How's it going? Good to see you.
So I was fortunate enough to get invited to check out the Gibson Room, which was closed off to the public and kind of like an invite-only thing, but I got to check it out, hang out with my buddy Cameron, and got to see Samantha Fish jamming out, and I got to check out their new line of acoustics. All of these custom shop Murphy Lab acoustics sounded awesome and felt really great. I also got to mess around a lot with their 1955 reissue, all those cool, unique colors.
I ran into this guy. Oh, that's cool. He's very tall. You might be able to hear me, and my move mic is here. Dude, it is so awful to hear anything here.
Dude, you can't hear anything.
We're like midday NAMM right now. It's only 11:30. It feels like 17 o'clock.
It's like a really loud Guitar Center.
So after hanging out with Scott for a while, we actually filmed a podcast episode of The Silent Stage, which is going to be in the description below. Then it was off to hang out with the LineSix crew. Again, no NAMM is complete without hanging out with these guys. Joe B, Chris, everybody was there. And then we had some whiskey-induced antics at the Bird's Chicken Shop, which was down the road. We went there every night, and it was awesome.
All right, so I didn't film anything yesterday content-wise. I wound up just saying hello to everybody and talking. So this is my official NAMM vlog day with my buddies Marcel. And of course, you know, where are you, Johnny? You're on this side? This thing is mirrored, so I thought I went the wrong way. Or you were fucking with me.
We're professional. We know what we're doing.
Oh, I'm on the other side.
Right? I'm like, wait, how are you in both places? Yeah, so today is gonna be my coverage day. So we're going in, I have a meeting at 10 o'clock, about 9:15 now. And I'm gonna run around and see all the cool things and show you the cool things. So today will be the vlog day. So these little solid state 10-inch practice amps that are pretty sweet. These are kind of a great edge of breakup sound from what I've heard so far. They also reissued the Nashville Session, which is the amp that pedal steel player Bobby Dell used to use. All right, so Johnny fell in love with this guitar.
When you look at it, you think, oh,
Is it just as great as you remember? Does it look better now or in your dreams?
there was things in my dreams I was doing to it that I can't discuss on YouTube. It's just perfect. It's the best guitar I've ever played, ever.
Spoiler alert, Johnny didn't buy it. So then we went to Badcat Amps with my buddy Mundo. I met him while he was playing Cirque du Soleil in Vegas, and he was so friendly and so cool. So now, naturally, we had to geek out over the new gear. The Samson Era 30 that Badcat now has is marking the reemergence of amazing legendary amp builder Mark Samson, who you see there. Samson Era is my favorite matchless amp, and then the reason matchless exists is because of this man, John Jorgensen, whom I am a huge fan of.
You're easy to entertain. You should come to you should watch all my videos.
After NAMM, we walked down the block to just meet some guy in a Helix backpack. Turned out to be Vernon Reid.
Exclusive mod.
The Vernon Reed mod.
This is an exclusive mod, and I give credit to Matt Ferguson and the people folks that I was having this issue with the power switch occasionally because the troubles I've had with the TSA. The power switch, which is like a standard like electric lamp power switch, would get punched into the body, and it happened to me a couple of times, and they did this for me.
This might be the only Helix that looks worse than mine.
All right.
We get that for you, dude. Okay.
Let's see some
You
stuff.
see this thing?
Oh, smart.
Oh, I get
Little blocker.
This is a 3D
Nice.
trigger guard.
Nice.
They printed it, and it had some adhesive. So once they printed it, I put it in, and it
That's
just
great.
completely protects the switch from any kind of impact or
Smart.
anything like that. Appreciate it.
Yep.
So that's the Vernon Reed Helix mod.
I told them they should make it like.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I have to say, day 3 wasn't very exciting for me as far as seeing new gear, but we did film a group episode of the Silent Stage podcast, and after hanging out with Vernon Reid on the side of the road at the bus stop outside of CVS, I asked him if he would come and be a part of the podcast, and he showed up, and man, I can't wait for you guys to hear that because he was so cool. He even said, it was like a Yoda session. Just so much wisdom and expertise from someone that's been doing this a really long time at a high level. Thanks so much, Vernon, for being on. And I hope you guys check out that full episode. After that day at NAMM, it was just filming the podcast and hanging out, really, seeing more people and hanging out. I went to go see Larry Mitchell play at the Marriott stage, and that was awesome. He actually came up to me and wanted to say hello because apparently he's seen some of my videos, which was such a crazy, bizarre thing, but he was so cool. So nice to meet him. And then he sounded great. He absolutely tore it up on stage, playing Nags guitars. Also, while watching him, I got to watch it with my buddy Anthony Shredder Scarlata, who is the #1 Nags dealer in the world, and actually the reason that I have my Nags guitars. So this was the perfect end nightcap to my NAMM. And the night wouldn't be complete without a first time for Johnny.
British guy tries root beer. First timer.
What is root beer though? Versus just
Cola.
cola. He's like fucking floor cleaner.
So not good reviews.
Softball.
British guy hates root beer.
Hates them all.
So now I'm finally back, and again, NAMM is back in full force. I always think of what I should have done, and I think that I could have organized my time probably a little better. I always feel like I didn't film enough and see enough, but there's so much other cool gear out there. Let me know what you guys thought was the most exciting and best stuff that you saw out there, and maybe next year I'll go check that out. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. Thanks to everybody who said hello, and thanks for everybody's support in doing this. This has been a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I know you were thinking, Steve, did you have any travel woes? For the first time, I didn't have any travel woes going to NAMM, but coming home, I had this guy playing the drums on the back of my chair to drum sheet music with his huge headphones on, eyes closed, just slamming away on his tray table that happened to be connected to the back of my chair. And then I saw this poor guitar going around and around the baggage claim upside down, headstock first, like somebody just threw it down the ramp. I hope this guitar is okay.